Well, okay, that way. No more. No. No more stretching. So bad. Why? Thought I was good. No more revenge? No. Yeah, I was gonna hit you with this. Mm-hmm. So, Trevor?
What's up? Hello? Can you hear me?
So today for this morning for the squat pattern, I actually have it as oh wait a second, 1 second. There we go. For the squat pattern, I have it as like you load up one side of the body, so you're holding weight on one side, kind of like working some motor ability.
Offset squats. That's what I figured you
Okay.
meant. I like loading one side. Otherwise, it'd be body weight or couch sits, right?
Yep. Then a core finisher for us.
Yes.
What are you gonna use for wall abs? What do you have?
Probably my couch. I'll probably just put my hands into my couch.
Okay.
And that will work for a lot of people. Then they can just push into their couch or whatever's close. Man, it is freezing this morning. Holy shit.
12-minute AMRAP. 5, 10, 15.
We're here today to announce 3 separate cases highlighting the ongoing threat posed by Chinese economic espionage and research theft in the United States.
Federal investigators at the Lexington home of 60-year-old Dr. Charles Lee Day moments after his arrest at his Harvard office.
The complaint alleges that Dr. Lever signed a contract with the Chinese university in Wuhan and was paid up to $50,000 per month, plus up to $158,000 in living expenses.
The chair of Harvard's chemistry department, he also allegedly received more than $1.5 million to set up a research lab in China, all while working at Harvard and receiving multiple research grants from the U.S. Department of Defense and National Institutes of Health. Also charged today, 2 Chinese nationals, 29-year-old Yang King Yi, who worked as a scientific researcher at Boston University.
Who failed to mention on her visa application that she is also a lieutenant with the People's Liberation Army.
30-year-old Xiaozong Zhang worked on cancer research at that.
See, there's more Chinese lives, right? Okay. Oh, those spam emails getting through.
So yesterday was chest day in my Thunder Bros program. So these push-ups are gonna suck.
Well, it's only 5, but there's 12 minutes. This is gonna move fast. So.
I know, but 5, like my chest is so sore because it's like it was like an hour and 15 minutes of chest. So it was like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a
I'm
rough
gonna
place.
do banded push-ups today because 5 is just not enough. So
And band pull aparts, they were set to 30 yesterday.
band pull apart set to 30.
Yeah, you did 30 set. It's like 30. It was like part of the warm up. It was 3 rounds of 30.
Oh. So everything we're doing today, you did yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't even think. I mean, I didn't even look at it until last night when I wrote it out. So
So
it's week 1 of the program. Week 1, I'm always the most sore.
my butt is a little sore from the double. $25.10 for the finisher.
So yesterday's conditioning portion of the Thunder Bros program was 500 calorie or 500 meter row, and then you had 8 burpees and 16 reverse crunches. Then 1,000 meter row, 16 burpees, 32 reverse crunches. Then 500 meters row, 8 burpees, and 16 reverse crunches. I can't believe how burpees were like the easiest thing by far out of all those. Like the burpees were like, that was my rest period.
So, good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Mike and Maggie.
Morning.
We're up early today.
Yep.
Got about 3 minutes. The only thing we're going to need today is if you want to wait a squat for an offset squat, and then we're banned for band pull aparts if you have one. We have 1 minute. So if you guys have a band for band pull aparts and any weights you want to use for squats, we can grab those. Morning, Cindy. Good morning, Derek.
Morning.
Morning, Andy.
Good morning.
Right. We're almost there. Once we get going, right, I've officially have hit 6 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. Trevor should be spotlighted. We're going to start today. We have a warm-up, we have a workout, and we are blessed today with a finisher. So we're starting with cat-cow breathing. As you watch Trevor, we're going to think about shooting the back up, shoulders up, hips underneath you, breathing out on the way down, lowering the back, lifting that head up. So we're going to go for 30 seconds of cat-cow. Go ahead and begin.
Exercise 1.
Trying to make sure you're working the back, working the head, working the hips. So as the back and shoulders lift up and you start to look backwards, tuck your hips underneath you as well. And then as your back and shoulders come down, make sure you're looking forward. Yeah, good job, everybody.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, rest up. Next up, we're going to do lunge to hamstring stretch. So we're going to be on one knee, other leg out in
3,
front, and you're going to
2,
sit back onto your
1.
heel. And as you do,
Exercise
the
2.
goal there is to think about lifting your front leg to lifting that toe. So you want to make sure you lift that toe towards you so you get a nice stretch to that hamstring. If you can do this a little bit taller, but for those of you guys that have tight hamstrings, easier to do and more in a kneeling position than to have both legs off the ground. The goal is to really get back and try to get that front leg as straight as possible with that heel off the ground. So we're trying to get that front leg as straight as you can
3,
so you can get that stretch.
2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. We'll go ahead and switch legs. Put the other leg so you're digging the heel into the floor. Think about
3,
toe up
2.
as you guys
1.
sit backwards.
Exercise 3.
Feel that stretch as you do. Remember, if you're not feeling that stretch, wah, then you can go ahead and stand tall. I was doing sound effects for you, Maggie. And then you can always stand taller. Yeah, a few more seconds on lunge to hamstring. Make sure you're waking those hamstrings up this morning. Getting a nice, good stretch. Enjoy
3,
this part.
2, 1. Rest.
Next up, we're going to do what's called dog to cobra. So downward dog to cobra pose is hips high, head low, back
3,
flat. You're going to be
2,
weighting those shoulder
1.
blades, dropping the hips,
Exercise
going
4.
down to cobra pose. Go ahead and begin. And rocking back and forth. So you want to think about just driving those hips down, then driving the hips up. You do want to feel those shoulder blades engaging when you're getting into that downward dog position. And then when you get into that cobra pose, make sure you're trying to get your hips down and trying to look up and getting that chest out. Really starting to open those hips up, get those shoulders opened up, chest,
3,
neck
2,
looking up.
1. Rest.
Good. Next up, we're going to stand up. Then we're going to do what's called quad pull to RDL. So this is where we try to grab our foot,
2,
pull it into
1.
our butt, and reach down to our
Exercise
other
5.
toe. So you're getting a nice stretch to the hamstring as well as a stretch to the quad there. If you're having trouble with balance, you can't do this. Just worry about the quad pull and just switch that one from leg to leg. Okay, we're trying to get a nice stretch. So we're really struggling on that leg. So think about nice, easy quad pull and then nice, steady RDL. You're trying to keep your chest. It's it. Sorry, guys. Your balance is making me
3,
laugh this morning.
2.
But we're trying
1.
to keep the chest to the
Rest.
floor. All right, go ahead and rest. Next up, we're going to do inchworms. This will be a lot easier for you guys. Inchworms, you're going to basically start with the toe touch.
3,
You're going to walk your hands out to the
1.
push-up position.
Exercise
You're going to
6.
walk your feet in. You're going to walk your feet back out. Then you're going to walk your hands in. And then you're going to walk your hands back out. Try not to stand up so we can get more reps in. And always think about hands, feet, and hands. So everything's moving, but your body's not going anywhere. You're not walking around your living room. Try to make sure you get to a good push-up position. Think about it as like almost a toe touch. You're folding yourself in half as you walk your hands in.
3,
And when you walk
2,
your feet into
1.
yourself.
Rest.
Good, go ahead and rest. Next up's high knees or running in place. So for high knees, the goal is to get our knees up to around at least waist high. We're running in place. You're not
1.
quite getting as high. Otherwise, you have a
Exercise 7.
nice, easy march. We get those high knees, and we're trying to run. Run with those high knees. Pump those arms. Pump those arms. Pump your arms, Derek. Move your arms. There you go. Run, run, run. Get those legs up. Get those legs up. Let's get warm. Try to go opposite arm, opposite leg. Pumping, pumping, pumping.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. And we're going to end with seal jacks. Seal jacks are actually bringing your arms across your chest and then opening up again. Trying to think about
3,
tapping. Otherwise,
2,
you can do step jacks for
1.
seals, or you can do
Exercise
March jacks. Go ahead and begin. Just trying to get as warm as possible here. So for those seal jacks, if you can try to switch what arm is overhead as well. Try to see if you can tap your backs or tap your lats with your hands as you guys are reaching back to the seal jacks. We're trying to get nice and warm here. 10 more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Your timer is complete.
Good. Grab your water bottles. If you have a heart rate monitor, make sure it's on. We're going to be going over the two different. I'm going to go over one circuit now, but we do have 2 circuits left, the workout and the finisher. The workout's easy. It's a 12-minute AMRAP, meaning you go at your own pace. So hope you're feeling like you're going to hustle today and run through those rounds. We're going to do what's called a 5, 10, 15. So we're going to do the first exercise for 5 reps, second exercise for 10, third exercise for 15, and we're going to go through that as many times as you can inside of 12 minutes. First exercise up is 5 push-ups. So 5 push-ups can either be a full push-up, making sure you guys are getting chest to ground on your toes. It can be a hand release, keep that core nice and tight all the way down, hands come off the floor, pressing up. It can be a knee push-up, where you guys are going to keep your body nice and long. Remember, a knee push-up is not a nosedive push-up. It is keeping the body in a nice straight line. See how his hips would never come down? We always want to make sure hips come down in a knee push-up. You can also do hand release on the knees as well, where you will come down, come nice and flat, take the hands off. It's a good reminder that you have to come all the way down on the knee push-up. And then you can always do an incline as well for the push-up pattern when you guys are here. We're going to do 5 push-ups as quick as you can so that you can get on to exercise number 2. And I'm not going to be telling you when to switch exercises. Once you get done with 5 push-ups, you go right into exercise number 2. And for those of you who have bands, we're going to do band pull-aparts today. So we're going to think about starting with our hands, about shoulder width apart. You're going to grab the bands. You can double or single band it. You're going to pull all the way apart to your hands. You can go singles or doubles. You can go all the way out to the, you guys have pulled your shoulder blades back and together and arms are by your side. You make a good T with your body. Okay, so you're going to think about pulling those apart. All right, you want to be under control, not letting the band just snap back in on you. Okay, so think about you're the one who's moving the band. If we don't have any bands, that's totally fine. We have a substitute for you. It's called a bent over T. So we're going to drive the butt back. And then we're going to drive our arms out to the side. Thumbs up. We're going to do some T's. So you're going to think about making letter T's, thumbs up, shoulder blades together. Okay, so you're going to be doing those instead of the band pull apart. So it's the same movement pattern, just no resistance, and you're doing it in a bent over position. Then we end with 15 offset weighted squats. So the goal here is to weight only one part of your body, side of your body, only one side. So you're going to sit down to your squat pattern, get in as deep as you can. So yes, he's holding the medicine ball right there on his shoulder. You can also hold a kettlebell or dumbbell on one side for those of you guys that can, like in a rack position. But we're looking to weight one side of the body during the squats, and then he'll do 15 that way, get nice and deep and nice and tall, and then he'll do 15 next round on the other side of his body. Okay, so he'll do that. Then you can always do body weight if you don't have any weights. So if you're going to do body weight, just think about getting to that nice, good depth and repping those out. And then if you need something for your knees, you can always do a couch sit. So that's where you're going to be sitting down, tapping your butt to a couch, or let's say an ottoman, and standing tall from there. Okay, so we're going to do 5 push-ups, 10 pull-aparts, or T's, and then 15 squats. Offset if you can. Otherwise, if it's body weight, try to move a little quicker through the body weight circuit. Okay, we're going to be going for 12 minutes. The goal for you is to do as many rounds as you can, as many reps as possible. I'll keep reminding you guys what the reps are and what exercise is and how many reps you should be doing. Okay, so we're going to get your music turned on. We're going to get started pretty soon. And we have a 12-minute AMRAP. We're going to start with push-ups when you're ready. Remember, it's only 5 push-ups to start with. Then we're going to go to 10 T's or 10 band pull-aparts. All right, 12 minutes. So we're not listening for a timer now. We're just going to go. In 3, 2, 1, and begin.
Exercise 1.
12 minutes has begun. 5 push-ups. Focus on the hardest push-up pattern you can do because only 5, right? Then you have 10 pull aparts. Make sure you're getting all the way out under control. Back in. It's amazing how everyone has a band. That's pretty cool. Then it's 15 squats. 5, 10, 15. Trying to think about a nice, good depth. If you're weighting it or offset weighting, only one side of the body. Is that comfortable, Maggie? You can also go into a rack position with your elbow down. Kind of like how Mike there has. There you go. And let it rest there on the back of your forearm. Perfect. Good job, Cindy. Just holding that dumbbell in the rack position. Make sure we're getting good depth in those squats. All the way down, all the way up. That's 1 minute gone already. So some of you guys are looking about around a minute. Might get a little more warmed up. You might be able to go a little bit quicker. Start to get used to these exercises. Body starts to get warmed up. 5, 10, 15s. Then for those of you guys that did offset squatting, make sure the weight's just on the other side of the body this time. That's it. If we're not weighting it, try to think about moving through the exercises pretty quick, trying to get a few more rounds in so that the body can start to feel the stress of the workout, start to feel the volume. Remember, keep that core nice and tight. If someone thinks that nose and belly button make a nice straight line, even though we're only weighting one side of the body. That's another minute gone. These 12 minutes are going to be over before you know it. Try to stick your bottom up first, Maggie, when you're doing your push-up. There you go. Oh, good. That one looks so much better. So. Remember, for those band pull aparts, you can do single or double. If it starts to get too hard, you can always drop one of the part of the bands. Offset squats, you guys are back to the original side of the body you were doing them on. That's another minute gone. You guys are just chopping those minutes up. After those squats, you're back into those push-ups. So then 5 push-ups, 10 pull-aparts, 15 squats. Just trying to go in that order as fast as you can. Try to get those arms as long as you can during those pull-aparts as well. Try not to bend in the elbows. As low as you can in those squats. Keeping that nice tall chest. Andy, I have a dumbbell that looks identical to yours, but it's my piggy bank. It's the same color and everything. You guys have another minute gone. You start to get a little tired. Just try to think about finding that second wind. Find a groove and kind of stick to it. Squats might be getting the most challenging part, as obviously they have the highest volume. Especially if you're a little sore from yesterday's lunges. Try to get a little more depth for me there, Maggie, just a little bit more in that squat pattern. That's it, Andy. Get down a little bit deeper for me. There you go. Nice tall chest. Good. Pressing hard through those heels, guys. Sit down to your heels. Pressing up to the midpoint of your feet. Another minute gone, 7 minutes left. Don't forget hand release push-ups as well, everybody. Hand release would be really good to make sure you guys are getting all the way down to the floor. Keep that core tight and press up hard to those hands. Think about digging those palms into the floor. Yeah, halfway there already. You're at the halfway point. But push-ups start to get too hard. Just use your right arm. Just do right arm push-ups. Get that left arm a break for one round. Next round, just do left arm push-ups so that right arm gets a break. Single arm push-ups. You guys are doing awesome, moving at a good pace. Remember, take drinks of water as you need them because there's no allocated rest time. Always coming down so that the hands are at least into the armpits, if not lower, to the chest region. Five push-ups, 10 pull-aparts, 15 squats. The goal is that those pull-aparts, after you're doing those push-ups, pull yourself back in good posture, good position. Another minute gone, 5 minutes left. You guys are doing awesome. There's 4.5 minutes remaining. 4.5 minutes. That's it. As many reps as you can do. Try to think about just transitioning from one to the next, one to the next. Make sure as you start to get tired, you might start to be burning out in those push-ups. You need quality push-ups. If you can't do full push-ups anymore from the original position, you can do full push-ups hand release or go onto your knees. Just make sure that we're doing them nice and straight. Hips and shoulders come down together. Or do hand release on your knees and you'll know that you're laying flat on the floor. You guys are doing awesome. We have 3.5 minutes left. So Cindy, try to stay tall. We don't want to fold forward in that squat position. Try to pretend like there's a wall in front of you. You wouldn't want to lean into it. Get down to 90 degrees at least, everybody. 90 degrees in those squats. I get that femur parallel to the floor. Parallel to the floor with that femur bone. That upper leg. 3-minute warning. 3-minute warning. We're still moving at a really good pace, everybody. Good job. Keep moving at that pace. You'll be done before you know it. Good job, everybody. Make sure those arms are long during those pull-aparts. You're bringing the band back in. Don't let it snap in. It's like almost every single one of us are doing pull-aparts at this time, except for just a couple. Focus on those reps. You have 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Make sure it's a quality rep. Hopefully you're starting to get a little tired, a little sweaty. Heart rate's getting a little bit high. Still trying to see if you can get another round in. There's 90 seconds left. See if you can complete a full circuit here in the next 90 seconds. Challenge you guys to get another round in from where you're at right now. Your good hand placement on those push-ups. Still looking good, Andy. 11 those push-ups. Good job, Derek. Hustling through those rounds. All right, Jamie, you think this is round number 13 for you? So a minute left. A minute left. I'm trying to finish strong here. Remember, we're going to work until the final whistle. So you're just going to keep repping it out. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds. Do you have what it takes to get another exercise in? Keep pushing, even if it's only part of it. 10 seconds.
Three, two, one. Your timer is
And
complete.
done, everybody. That's it for the AMRAP. Good job. That was 12 straight minutes of work. I think only a few water breaks were taken. Otherwise, that was some solid work. Next up, we're going to be doing a finisher, and it's a core finisher. So we're going to do 3 different exercises for our core. We're going to work with a timer, so you don't have to worry about counting any reps. Counting of the reps is over. We're going to work for 25 seconds with 10 seconds rest. For the first 2, basically all 3 of these movement patterns, they can be done almost in the same exact location on your back. We're going to start with what's called a wall ab. So a wall ab, for those of you guys who don't have yourself right next to the wall, a couch works great. Just grab the bottom part of that couch, grip it nice and hard. Then you're going to bring your knees up. Then you're going to think about lifting your feet off the floor. 90 degrees in the knees, 90 degrees in the hips. Feet are flexed up, not pointed out. Then he's going to extend one leg out at a time, slow and under control, bringing it back in, then doing the other leg. You don't move the leg until it is back in. So this is opposite of the bicycles that we did on Monday. We are actually only moving one leg at a time. So that's a wall ab. Okay, so trying to put yourself into that wall, pushing hard so that the rib cage is locked down and that belly button's engaged during the wall abs. After that, we're going to do what's called a reverse crunch. You can actually keep yourself next to the wall or next to that couch for the reverse crunch if you want. Otherwise, put hands by your side. You're going to bring your legs up. You're going to think about bringing your legs in and then lifting your body up. And you shoot your legs out, in, and up. Okay, you can also make that a little bit easier by bending at the knees and then tucking it in. Okay, so you're going to think more of like a little tuck with the knee tuck as opposed to a full extension in the legs going out and then back in. The third exercise is sit-ups. So you want to make sure you're getting a little bit farther away. Oh, dead bug is also a good regression to that reverse crunch. I'm sorry about that, I forgot. And then we're going to end the final exercise, the third exercise, with sit-ups. So for that one, you might want to slide a little bit away from the wall. If you are using a wall, you don't want to hit your head on the sit-ups going backwards. You're going to be doing, think about feet flat on the floor, belly button engaged, and then lifting that sternum up to the sky, getting all the way up, and then back down. I'm trying our hardest not to swing our arms for momentum. I'm trying not to cheat this exercise. For those of you who can't quite do a sit-up, we can do a crunch instead. We're thinking about lifting the chest up. You can do hands right there on the thigh. They just slide up towards the knees as you guys keep that core tight. Notice how he just doesn't tuck his chin in. He just lifts his chest up, engaging that core. So you're going to think 25 seconds of wall abs, 25 seconds of reverse crunch or dead bugs, and then 25 seconds of a sit-up or a crunch. And we're going to go through that 4 times. Okay, so 3 different core exercises, 4 rounds, 25 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. You don't have to move very far at all during these movements, so 10 seconds of rest is plenty. Okay, let's start with some wall abs. So if your music was off, turn it back on real quick. Let's start by laying down on the floor as close as we can to a couch or a wall. Remember, 1 leg moves at a time. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, And wall abs have
Exercise
begun. Remember, one leg at a time now. It's more controlled. Pressing into that couch, pressing into that wall. Helps lock that rib cage down as you extend the leg out, keeping that belly button nice and tight to the floor. Good. We're almost done with the wall abs.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Next up, reverse crunches or a dead bug. So you can put your hands against the wall of the couch still for the
3,
reverse crunch.
2.
We're going to do
1.
reverse crunches or
Exercise
dead
2.
bugs. Go ahead and begin. Think about using that core to lift those legs. For those of you guys who are doing reverse crunches. Dead bugs, we're tucking things in, tucking things out. Tucking arms and legs in, tucking, then extending out. You can always do opposite leg, opposite arm for the dead bugs.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Next up, sit-ups. So you want to slide just a little bit away from the wall of the couch. Remember, feet flat on the floor. Try your
3,
hardest to
2,
not lift your feet up
1. Exercise
and
3.
begin, and not swing your body into it. Think about driving that chest up and out. Otherwise, crunches, just think about nice, relaxed hands on your thighs, sliding up to your knees, lifting with your core. And up nice and high. There you go. Dig in, dig in. Core tight
3,
and up. Core
2,
tight, up.
1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. One round down. Back to wall abs. 3 more just like that.
3, 2, 1.
And
Exercise
begin.
1.
Wall abs. Remember, one leg, then the other. We're moving one leg in front of the other. Moving one. Bring that knee all the way in. Keep that core tight. Extend it. Remember, extend only as far as you can handle it. Try not to touch the floor. A few more seconds on wall abs.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Next up, reverse crunches or dead bugs. So if you're looking for a little extra stability, you can still use that couch for that
2,
reverse crunch.
1. Exercise 2.
And begin. Really use the core to lift those knees. Remember, you got knee tucks for reverse crunch. You can extend it all the way out, lifting in, getting the lower back and butt up off the ground. Use that core to lift.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Excellent. Go ahead and rest. Sit-ups or crunches are next. Andy, why don't you turn around and put your feet into the couch there for the
3,
sit-ups.
2, 1. Exercise 3.
And begin. Sit-ups or crunches. Andy, why don't you use the couch as like a little assistance for your sit-ups there with your feet, right? Tuck them underneath. So. There you go. Now do a full sit-up. There you go. Try your hardest not to use the couch. Use that core as much as you can.
3,
Keep that stomach nice
2,
and tight. Remember, don't want to round
1.
those shoulders too much.
Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. Halfway through this core exercise, back to the wall abs.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 1.
And begin. Make sure you're not just holding on to something. Really press into that couch. Press into that wall. Helps lock that rib cage in place. Still more seconds on this one left. About 5 seconds left.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
There you go. Go ahead and rest. Reverse crunch next. Or the dead bugs. If you have to switch to a dead bug,
3,
starting to feel that more in
2,
your back than in
1.
your core.
Exercise
Go ahead and
2.
switch to a dead bug. Go ahead and begin. And you really focus on keeping that belly button down for those dead bugs. Keep that rib cage locked in.
3,
Start to feel that same
2,
position
1. Rest.
and rest. It's sit-up time. Sit-ups or crunches.
3, 2, 1.
And
Exercise
begin. There you go. Try to stay nice and tall in those sit-ups. Use your core to lift yourself up. As you start to get a little tired, if the core starts to wear down, Might need a little help from the body. Try not to do it on every rep or right away. Try to just throw yourself up there.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. One more round left. Wall abs, crunches, reverse crunches, and sit-ups.
3, 2, 1. Exercise.
All right,
1.
wall abs. Here we go. Extend that leg out, get under control. Bring it back, and then do the other. Pressing hard into your couch, pressing hard into your wall. Make sure you're locking that rib cage down.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. It's time for reverse crunches or dead bugs. Make sure when you're doing those dead bugs and your arms and legs are in,
3,
and
2,
you're feeling that core
1.
tight and that rib cage down, you want to
Exercise
feel that as you're going out as well. Go ahead and begin. Reverse crunches. Dead bugs. Almost done. 10 more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Good. Go ahead and rest. We're going to end with some sit-ups. So last little exercise here.
3,
And then we're done.
1. Exercise.
And
3.
begin. 25 seconds sit-ups. All done. We'll use that core to lift up. Think about pushing that belly button down and up. Push that belly button down, then lift up. Push that belly button down, lift up. 7 more seconds.
3, 2, 1. Your timer is complete.
Good job, everybody. High fives for everyone. Good job. That exercise is over.